Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. If you've been here before, thank you so much for returning. If you haven't been here before and decided to stop by, thank you so much. I really do appreciate anybody who decides they want to click on my channel and spend a little time with me here on the World Wide Web. Tonight I want to do an unboxing. I got a package. Yeah. So I want to do an unboxing of a deck that has been on my wish list for quite some time, at least a year. And I've tried to buy less decks, but you know how it is. But I'm going to be a part of sorry guys, I just realized I don't recall taking off my rings. It's been a crazy day. It's been a crazy couple of days. I just felt from like, where's my rings? I'm going to do an unboxing of a deck that's been on my wish list for, like I said, about a year. And this time of year, it is Mabon. And I might do a video on Mabon. Never sure, it's a Celtic word. Mabon, Mabon. But it is the Witch's Thanksgiving. It's one of the sacred sabbats of the Wheel of the Year. And I'm participating in an online community that I'm a part of, and one of the seasonal celebrations that a fellow YouTuber hosts. And so she gave a list of different tarot decks and oracle decks. And I'll be honest with you, I don't know, I've got a weird relationship with Oracle. But this Oracle deck has been on my wish list for a while, and I just decided to pull the trigger in order to pull for some clarifying cards with the celebration that will happen tomorrow, because tomorrow is technically Mabon. This year it will be celebrated September 22nd. And the online celebration happens a little early for my blood, so I probably won't. I'll probably unfortunately have to catch it in replay, but I went ahead and got the deck. So it came today. Oh, let's see if it's perforated. So it is the Queen, it's the Queen Mab Oracle, and I'm seeing where the box is somewhat dented and damaged. As you can see from the packaging, I did order this through Amazon. I'll get into when I figure out what the publishing company. I think this is a Blue Angel deck, which is known for beautiful, beautiful decks. But where you could possibly find this, but I got it through Amazon, and I've asked Amazon repeatedly to not have things shipped through USPS. And yes, this was shipped through USPS. So the box is dented, but this is the front of the box. And it says the Queen Mab Oracle by Tess Whitehurst, divine feminine wisdom from the Queen of the Fae. And Tess Whitehurst, Queen Mab Oracle, artwork by Melanie Dillon and Cecilia GF. So yeah, it is Blue Angel Publishing, and the SKU number, and Blue Angel and Queen Mab. I am really surprised, like I think I am gonna call Amazon and be like, okay, what's the deal? This should have cellophane plastic wrap on it. It shouldn't have just come like this. So no shade at all to the deck, the creators, the publisher. I'm just wondering what's going on over at Amazon, because, so as you can see, the deck is smushed in, the box is damaged and kind of like almost torn right there on the side. which, yeah, not, I think I will be calling Amazon. So when you open the box, oh, look at that gorgeous, beautiful, rich orange. Look at the bird of paradise. Gosh, guys, look at the beautiful, just, I'm assuming this is going to be one of the cards. How beautiful. And as it says, Queen of the Fae, and I did not realize, so I'm going to be interested to figure out and learn about Queen Mab, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. As Queen of the Fae, because with Mabon, perhaps it's in the name Mab, Mabon being the witches' holiday for those who celebrate or honor or follow the traditional Celtic traditional pagan path. It's the time on the wheel of the year, which is the autumnal equinox. So sometimes it falls on the usually it falls on the 21st, sometimes on the 20th, sometimes as early as the 19th, and as late as the 22nd. Yeah, this is a used deck. I will be, calling Amazon, because clearly these cards there should be, with Blue Angel, there's always a plastic wrap that's around it. So this is interesting. But deck or book? Let's do deck. Let's do book first. Let's do book first. Still trying to get my flow, my vibe of what makes more sense. Oh wait, let's look at the box, the back of the good part of the box. Sorry, I was just so perturbed by the damage I see. From all such stuff that dreams are made, your answers are on their way to you. On the wings of an endless midsummer's night, something blessed this way comes, powered by the earth, the wind, and the divine radiance of the fairy queen. Ancient and powerful Queen Mab, an elemental emissary of charm, moonlight, and manifestation. Turn to her for meaning, revelation, and insight into the poetry and empowerment at play within all that is all you shall become. Queen Mab, I hear and embody your wisdom so that I may own my divinity, and affirm magic in my world. 45 cards plus 160-page full color guidebook. So that is what's on the back. And a few example illustrations of the cards. I really am loving the feel of this already and feel like I'm going to really like this deck and be pleased. So on the front, again, the front of the booklet, this is a chunk. This is a nice little booklet. Oh wow, there's definitely diversity in this deck. Very cool. Blue Angel Publishing again. Enter the realm of the fairy queen on the intro page. Oh wow, is there color? Yeah, color pages. Oh my gosh, look at how beautiful. Oh my goodness. This deck feels really good already. So let's see, a note from the author. Might as well read it. Forgive me guys, a long day. I'm going to have to take a few sips. Excuse me. The wisdom in each card description comes directly from Queen Mab, the fairy queen. Of course, I, Tess, wrote it down, while the card titles are almost exclusively phrases that appear somewhere in Shakespeare's work. The messages contain phrasing and language that I ultimately chose and that sounded right to me. And while they are not without elements of my own beliefs and experiences, fundamentally, I would describe the wisdom as coming through me, not from me. It was a wave of energy that I did my best to feel, understand, and translate onto page. Let me give you some history of my relationship with Queen Mab. So I won't read the whole thing, but it goes on to say when she was a teenager, how she was fascinated with different works from Shakespeare, including but not exclusive to A Midsummer Night's Dream in particular, and that I didn't realize this. Wow. The Fairy Queen from A Midsummer Night's Dream, referred to as Titiana, I thought it was Tatiana, but Titiana, who it seems is Queen Mab. In Romeo and Juliet, Mercutio spoke jokingly, perhaps madly, depending upon the interpretation, about Queen Mab. So she is a theme throughout Shakespeare's work. I am excited to read into this. Sorry guys for the pauses there. So then she talks about how to prepare and use your deck. Just some ideas and some insight. If you're not familiar with how to charge and prepare a deck for ritual, including working, but not exclusive to, working with the full moon, working with the energies of sunrise, some incantations to speak, which is really nice because if it's not something you're familiar with, and quite honestly, even if it is something you are familiar with how to do, sometimes just getting the words and not overthinking, getting the words out and having something, an incantation or words to speak. So that's really lovely. Then she goes on a 3-card reading and how to form the questions. So this is really, really lovely. I would say for a person who is familiar with using Oracle decks, or most definitely for someone who is new. 1-card reading, weekly or daily reading. Then she goes on to each card. They are numbered. It seems to have an intro line or a title line. Okay, so this title line that's associated with what's written on the card, and then 3 bullet point words to give you an idea. And it's beautiful with this embellishment around the side, small picture of the card itself, and then goes on to flesh out her interpretations of each card. So the quality of the paper is really good. Blue Angel. We've come to expect. So it goes on through the cards, of which it would appear there are 45. Then a little bit of information about the author and other decks that she's done and public appearances and whatnot, yada yada, and how to contact the author. Then information on the 2 artists. Yeah. And then a closing page with different decks from Blue Angel and the final of the book. So yes, this looks like some good information at first glance that will be in the booklet. As you can see, it is not just a toss away book by any means. The cards, oh wow, yeah. Blue Angel, man, they do it. They freaking do it right. The card stock is very, very solid, very sturdy. Very, very solid card stock. My friend Maria was explaining to me a little bit about how, with the decks that she's created, how cards are created and the internal portion of the layering inside, that if you were to rip or cut a card open, it'll confirm the quality of the card stock or the thickness. Okay, so the first one, Herein Lies Wisdom. So they are a matte. It's matte, slightly rose petal finish on the cards. I'm a weirdo, I know. I love, this is definitely a used deck because these cards are mixed up. Yeah, I will be calling Amazon. So this is card number 1 that is on the top. I'm a weirdo, I like shiny cards, but this is more of a matte finish. It would be a lot if this was glossy, but I do like that. But I'm sure a lot of people will like more of the matte finish. Here in Lives Wisdom. Yeah, guys, I'm really sorry. I like to keep cards. Oh my God, is that gorgeous? So again, the image that we saw on the inside of the book. Follow darkness like a dream. Love the beautiful, rich jewel tones. Oh, look at how beautiful. As destiny decrees. Ooh. Protector of the realm. Holy. That is so freaking love that. That is a beautifully powerful image. Powerfully beautiful, beautifully powerful. Protector of the realm, the dreamscape, the liminal space. And I see now why this deck was listed on the list of options for Oracle decks to use with the class I'll be taking for the season of Mabon, because Mabon is liminal space. So it's time when the Fae are very, very active, because the Fae, that is their realm, the between worlds, the liminal. Listen to the moon. Queen of Queens. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. This reminds me of one of the Fantastical Tarot. One of the queens on there. The I Will Love, card number 17, because they're all mixed up. Oh, that really is a bummer. So I'm just going to start to speed through this because I'm realizing we're already at 17 minutes. There is nudity if that's the type of thing that offends you. Heads up, incoming. How artistically beautiful. The fluidity of the movement. Like you can feel the flow of the energy. Proud and pitiless. The cover image. Oh, how beautiful. Love all, trust a few. The most prosperous perfection. I love the beautiful jewel tones. That's my jam. So I love those kinds of colors. Darkness as a bride. I really like these, you guys. The Falcon's Flight. Make not your thoughts your prison. Wow. Very much a nod, Eight of Swords kind of an energy. Everlasting farewell. Yeah, there's a lot of inclusivity in a really lovely way with this deck. The Spirits Riseth. There's so much intention into these images and fluidity and the color saturation is just so beautiful. Wow. A queen in bondage. Look at that crown. Thou art a witch. Oh my goodness, yeah, tentacles wrapped around. That reminds me, there's a series of books by Laurel K. Hamilton, and that is Nod to the Slough. If you read any of her Dark Fae series, there's, yes, as I say that, there's a lot of feeling of that. These cards are really, the cardstock is really thick. So if you're a person who wants to riffle shuffle, I'm not sure that that would happen. And as you can see, the cards are pretty big. I've got pretty large hands. Angelic Fiend. Oh my gosh. And pretty big. So if you have smaller hands, they might be a little bit of a challenge to shuffle and work with. Strange Invisible Perfume. The Sea Maid's Music. The Siren with Legs above the water. So it's a very moody, dark, liminal, intense kind of deck, which, let's be honest, I do tend to like. And Wild Watery Sea. I really do want to start using some of the Oracle decks I have as clarifiers, or maybe for just 1 or 2 card pulls for people. There's so much emotion and feeling in the eyes and the expressions. Something rich and strange. Rose. Roses have thorns. Oh, that's beautiful. I think these cards would be great for journal work. Extremity of Rage. Such powerful and evocative imagery. I think these cards would be fantastic as clarifying cards. Single card pull. Maybe for me, this doesn't seem like you'll be more than a 1 to 3 card pull. Clarifying cards again for tarot. So for the collective, card for Mabon. With a cat on my lap. Queen of Queens. How can each of us embrace our own sovereignty and acknowledge what does sovereignty mean to each one of us, to sit in quiet stillness during this time of liminal space where the days will now begin to get shorter. Like tomorrow, September 22nd, will be a day of perfect balance of one side to the next, of spring, of summer officially turning into fall or autumn, and using this time to really contemplate what does sovereignty mean to each of us, and carving out time and space and sitting with stillness to really understand what that means for each one of us individually and how we can embrace that and embody that. So, last look, the card backings, which are, I don't love them, but I think they're pretty cool. And I do love how the way that the writing, the font seems to be really, really lovely in my opinion, and the fluidity and the flow that matches with the cards and the number, and it does not obscure the beautiful individual imagery. So that has been a walkthrough of the Queen Mab Oracle. I'm really looking forward to getting to know her and work with her after I call Amazon and tell them this is not okay. I don't recall what I paid for this deck. I want to say it was maybe 25 US, 30 US, but purchasing what was marketed as a brand new product, as a used product, and purchasing what was sold and presented as a brand new product, but upon arrival as a used product, that is not okay. So again, nothing that I, as you see, as a reflection of the creators or the publisher, Blue Angel. I think that's an Amazon thing that I will deal with them. But that is a walkthrough of this beautiful deck, and I'm looking forward to, oh my goodness, just look at him. She's so lovely. It feels very, there's a comfortability and a warmness and a warmth, a welcoming of the comfortability of silence that just at first walkthrough with this deck that I feel. And honestly, tonight it is very much appreciated. I just came in from doing a tour after not having toured in quite some time in the quarter, and it was absolute mayhem. The Eagles are in town, and Eagles fans, well, Eagles fans are Eagles fans. And so it was a pretty raucous night out there. So this deck just feels like a hot toddy. This deck makes me miss autumn and fall, living down here in such a hot climate where it's still about heat index of probably still, I don't know, 85 or 90 degrees outside. This feels like hot apple cider and sweet potato pie and Earl Grey tea with a little bit of cream or milk and a cozy blanket and a beautiful scented candle with fall fragrance. So this just feels like coziness and a hug, and I'm really looking forward to working with this deck. So until the next video, Queen Mab Oracle and I are saying blessings to you all, and I will see you in the next video.